Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Georgetown Eagle Coaches Show here live on SHN Sports from TXP Market. TXP is an upscale restaurant-style convenience market. Our brand is rooted in and was built upon three Texan values: hospitality, integrity, and authenticity. We are famous for our fresh tenders and tacos. TXP is open 24/7 and serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Come see us and taste what TXB is all about. Our fun, friendly team is always serving up a big Texas welcome. 1402 Williams Drive here in Georgetown, Texas. And they even added some enchiladas tried out by the coach's wife tonight, and she gave the seal of approval. And so a lot of things going on here at TXB Market, proud sponsors of the Georgetown Eagle Coaches Show. We are live here tonight. TXB, late start due to the rain this morning. Practice moved back. A lot of things going on, but more importantly, another win for the Georgetown Eagles this week. They went on the road to face the Leander Lions and took care of business 51-13, the third win in a row for the Eagles, and a big win that separates them from some other teams for that fourth spot in district play. Weiss had the big upset, or the big win this week. They went on the road to Manor and won 44-19 to take sole first place of the district. Manor and Cedar Park tied for second at 4-1, and then Georgetown sits at 3-2 in district play, 4-4 overall. But a great run of three victories in a row for the Eagles. This team just continues to improve. These players continue to work hard and fight through so much after some tough losses, all by 4 points. But then a three-game winning streak, the second longest in the district with Cedar Park, and then Weiss having a 7-game winning streak. The Wolves taking care of business there in Pflugerville. But a big game this week. You have Manor at Anderson, Leander at Hendrickson. Pflugerville will be here in Georgetown Friday night, and then Weiss at Cedar Park. And so a big game coming up there for the Weiss Wolves and Cedar Park Timberwolves, but none bigger than here in Georgetown at Birkelbach Field on Friday night, 7 p.m. Pflugerville comes in 1-4 in district play, but Pflugerville had a good game last week. Only lost by 5 to Cedar Park, and had a chance there in the last couple of minutes of the ball game before the final interception made by Cedar Park to seal the deal. And so Pflugerville comes in 4-4 on the year, 1-4 in district, looking to kind of create some havoc for the Georgetown Eagles. And so it will be a good game here live at Birkelbach Field Friday night, 7 p.m. live on SHN Sports. Should be some great fall weather for football here as well on Friday night. Beautiful day today that turned out after the rain this morning, and it's supposed to cap off as it continues to get cooler here throughout the weekend. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we're going to be back with head coach Chuck Griffin. You're listening to the Georgetown Eagle Coaches Show live here on SHN Sports from TXP Market. We'll be right back. Georgetown Eagle Marching Band bringing us back from break live here at TSP Market on the Georgetown Eagle Coaches Show. And we're joined by head coach Chuck Griffin. Coach, I love to say it, another win for these Georgetown Eagles. What a win on the road at Leander. Couldn't ask for a better time for a 3-game winning streak.
No, absolutely. It was about time for that, and couldn't ask for a better time. You can. It's always a good time for a winning streak, you know. So sure glad we're in one.
Exactly, and you talk about it. We look at through all the standings and everything going on in the district. after some tough wins, this team continues to fight, and it's amazing. And you look at the score. I've said all week, talking with some buddies, 51-13 is really not indicative of to what happened. A lot of second and third team got to play most of the second half.
Yeah.
This Eagle team could have easily put up, this way this offense is playing, 70, 80 points.
Yeah.
And so a lot of good snaps for the backups, which is key going into the final part of the season.
Yeah, anytime you can get guys work and work on your depth, that's really good. So we were excited to do that the other night, and I'm proud of our kids, proud of the way they prepared and the way they came out and played.
Thing that keeps sticking out in my mind, this defense. Some tough losses, some tough plays at late in games, and these kids aren't giving up. They keep getting better and better.
Yeah,
new names every week. Brendan Broad, we kept calling Baylor Alexander the last couple of weeks. Leo Diaz. This defense is just continuing to fight and get better to support what the offense is putting up on the board.
Right, absolutely. No, it's good to see our guys kind of coming together and continuing to make plays. And you're right. It's been different guys every week. So Jesse Avila had an interception the other night. Baylor Alexander had an interception the other night. Leo Diaz really had one. They didn't call it one, but it was one. So we just keep seeing the evidence of that, and our guys getting better.
This offense continues to produce at a crazy clip. No drive really goes over 2.5 minutes at the max. We were joking in the booth the other night. There was a 9-play drive, and we're like, "What is wrong with the offense?" It was funny how it seemed to take a while. But then you have these 1-play drives, 2- and 3-play drives. Petter cracks a run right up the middle for a touchdown. It's just the offense continues to click behind Darson Herman. How key is that now here in the last 2 games of the regular season? None bigger than senior night.
Yeah.
Friday night, that Darson Herman and this offense continues to fire like that.
Yeah, no, it's really important for us to continue to get better. And Darson's doing a great job leading the offense, and our guys up front are doing a great job blocking. And really it's just kind of a total package. They're doing a great job. Coach Betty has them in great position to succeed, and they're just getting better every week.
This offensive line, you mentioned them, and we've talked about it a lot in the booth during the game Friday night. This offensive line continues to just impress. And to come in at the beginning of the season, our first show we talked about, you had 9 offensive linemen graduate.
Yeah.
And these 5 and 7 and 9 players now that step into this role had no varsity experience, very little, and now they're just becoming a dominant line, a dominant offensive line that is controlling the line of scrimmage to give this running game, this passing game, and the opportunities. How big is that, and how key is it that they're staying healthy?
It's really important that we're staying healthy. That's huge for us. We don't have a ton of depth, and so that's really big for us. Our offensive line is playing great. They're getting better every week. Coach Bond has those guys and gets them to play above their heads every week, and they're just continuing to get better. So we talk about being 1-0 and everything we're doing. So that's what they're working on, is just being 1-0 in each play. And at the end of the night, hopefully you got enough of those stacked up that you're going to come out on top.
Now we go into Friday night, the last home game of the regular season here, senior night on
for
Friday
band.
night.
It's senior night we've already had ours. It's senior night for band and cheerleaders and Georgettes, I think is what it is.
So another big night.
Another big night,
and,
for
and
sure.
these senior players, it's in their head.
Yeah.
This is my last time to shine
game.
at home.
Yeah, for sure.
How big is it now? Pflugerville comes in. They played well against Cedar Park last week.
Yeah.
A turnover in the last minute of the game.
Yeah, kept them from winning,
a 5-point loss to Cedar Park. They're a good football team.
Yeah.
They're a strong football team. They've just had some tough losses like that. What do we have to do Friday night? It's important to go 1-0 again to solidify that playoff spot.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got to do that so we can secure that playoff spot. And they're probably, to be honest with you, really the most complete offense we've played, because they've got 2 really big weapons on the outside. They've got 2 running backs. They've got a really good quarterback. So, I mean, they're a good offense. And, really they're a bad snap away from beating Cedar Park. Really similar to us, I think, probably more evenly matched offensively than the other teams we faced. Defensively, they're going to be athletic. They're going to get in your face, and they're going to play some man coverage and probably double one of our guys up, and we're going to have to be creative in how we get those guys open and get them the ball. But this is a big win for us, for sure.
A win this Friday night seals a playoff spot. Hendrickson's the only team right behind us at 2-3. We have the head-to-head. How hard is it to keep the boys focused on not letting that?
Yeah, I think it's more. It's harder to keep it focused this week because this week you can't focus on the playoffs. You got to focus on beating Pflugerville. If you get your eyes downfield too far, you miss what's happening right in front of you. So we've been talking about that and about that mindset of being 1-0. So if we go 1-0 this week, we're in, and then we're going to work to go 1-0. There's an outside shot if we go beat Weiss and Cedar Park can win out, that we can move all the way up into second place. So our job is to go 1-0 this week and then worry about that other stuff when it comes around. So,
and that's an important thing to think about because a loss this week really has a setback then.
Yeah.
A lot of teams come back into play for that fourth spot.
Yep.
To not look forward to Weiss, how has that been for the coaching staff to focus that for the kids this week, knowing that's a big game? Everyone wants to play the big dogs.
I mean, yeah, it is. But I think our kids, I think our coaches, I don't really think anybody's paid any attention to that this week. We're trying to beat the Pflugerville Panthers. We're not trying to beat Pflugerville Weiss yet. So we're trying to take care of the Panthers. We'll worry about that when it comes to it.
How has it gone through practice on a week? You go back every week for the last 3 weeks now, coming off a big win, not a close win. These boys are putting up a lot of points. The defense is holding teams to a very few points. How hard is it to keep them focused week after week to keep working for that next goal of 1-0?
I think they're growing. They're gaining that experience and they're growing and they're kind of learning how to do that. This week today was a good challenge. We got there this morning. Of course, it's storming, it's lightning. You can't go outside, so we rearrange our whole day. Actually practiced this afternoon instead of practicing in the morning. And when you have things like that come up and you handle it well and you have good practice, that just shows some maturity and that you're growing up and doing good things. So I was proud of the way they handled that today.
Friday night, Pflugerville comes in. Everything's the same. Another welcome week. Next week we turn to a Thursday night game. Yep. How does that affect the team as you go through the weekend and prepping for
it shortens your prep a little bit, and really the most important thing is it shortens practice. You miss kind of you got to change your practice schedule a little bit. But again, that's one of those things we'll worry about next week. We got to go take care of Coach Taylor and the Pflugerville Panthers first, and then we'll start worrying about the next week.
1-0 is the goal this week. It'll be Friday night live from Birkelbach Field, 7 p.m. kick. We'll be live at SHN at 6:15 for the pregame. Kelly DeVoll will be back with us. We're hoping Dave England is back on the sidelines, back in the home confines of Birkelbach Field. We love being at the home stadium. It's just that warm feeling. But more importantly, these Georgetown Eagles have a lot to prove to themselves and to a lot of people. They had a rough start this year, but they've come back and fired off on a lot of great success in the last 3 weeks. It's been fun to watch. We go into this I say the last week. This is the focal point. We worry about next week, like you said. How important is it a quick start against a Pflugerville team, like you said? A well-rounded offense that's going to come at you physically. How important is a quick start?
I mean, that's kind of our mentality. That's what we like to do, and we like to start fast, and so I think that's just important in who we are and the way we prepare. So, the kids have had a good week of prep, and now they just got to go out and execute, and we're going to try to get up on them.
Join us live, Birkelbach Field, Friday night, 7 o'clock kickoff. The Georgetown Eagles host the Pflugerville Panthers. If you can't be there, join us live. SHN Sports will have the call live from Birkelbach Field. Thanks to Coach Griffin for joining us. We'll take a short time out. Be back with a couple of players. You're listening to the Georgetown Eagle Coaching Show live on SHN Sports.
Thanks, Wally.
We're live back here on SHN Sports, the Georgetown Eagle Coaches Show, and we are joined by an offensive lineman, a senior, 5'11", 265, number 77 on the field. Robert Schweitzer joins us tonight. Robert, a lot of questions came in at the beginning of the season for you guys on the offensive line. Everyone questioning, we're a young line up front. We're a young line up front. And you guys have turned into a dominant line that controls the line of scrimmage. How fun is that for you guys now as you get into, we're into game 9 now of the season? How fun has it become for you guys?
Yeah, it's just, we're more comfortable now than at the beginning of the season because, we're all new. We're all coming in with no varsity experience. So now we're just more used to it, and we can just fly around and have fun.
You guys have, it seems like the trust between the left end of the line all the way to the right side of the line. The trust is there. When people miss a block, it's nonstop. You guys have fought through these games, the last 3. It's been fun to watch. How fun has it become to be a part of that now?
Yeah, we just all trust each other. Like, if one of us messes up, we know all the others are going to pick him up, and that's it. Is it
an enjoyable senior year now as you come through?
Yes,
and we're fighting for playoffs again? We got to go 1-0 this week.
Mm-hmm.
Has it made it more enjoyable as you guys have become a dominant force for this offense?
Yeah, it's just getting more serious. So we all like are hiring our standard, and it's just making us more dominant, more fun.
How much pride is it to watch what this offense has produced on the scoreboard, to know you guys are creating the holes for these running backs? You're creating the time for Darson to make these passes and these wide receivers to make some great catches. How much pride is there?
I mean, a lot. It's easy when we have 3 great running backs in the backfield that can hit like all the holes correctly.
And it's fun to watch them hit some of these big holes that you guys are producing up there between Ross and Petter and the Moose now running free. And it's been fun to watch. Is that the goal each week? Hey, let's get one step better.
Mm-hmm.
You guys push each other. You go through practice. Are you pushing each other to get better every week?
Yeah, we're always trying to raise our rushing yards every single week, see how much we can get. And, I mean, we've done that.
That's an awesome feat. You watch, and a lot of people have been talking about the running backs. If you watch through Twitter and the news throughout the weeks about these running backs and the offense that Georgetown is putting out there, it's been fun to watch, to see the running yards just keep accumulating for this team when you have 3 good running backs. But you have a strong offensive line that was questioned in the beginning,
mm-hmm.
and now has answered that call and come to make a big difference. What's the goal this week? Continue to run over people?
Beat a Pflugerville Panther, that's it. Go 1-0.
Go 1-0. Any shout-outs for you this week?
Shout out my parents. Shout out all the other parents in the organization. They help out a lot. Shout out the whole football program, especially the O-line.
Especially your O-line. It's been fun to watch you guys. You guys keep battling. We're joined here, Robert Schweitzer, a senior offensive lineman that has come to play this year. It's been fun to watch you guys develop. Good luck on Friday night. And we'll take a quick break, and we're going to come back with a defensive back, Baylor Alexander, here on the Eagle Coaches Show live on SHN. Welcome back to the Georgetown Eagle Coaches Show, live here from TXP Convenience Market, 1402 Williams Drive, the sponsor for your Georgetown Eagle Coaches Show. And we're now joined by number 11, Baylor Alexander. We'll leave off the statistics at his request, which I understand. Anybody compared to Carson Guido really doesn't stand a fighting chance. That dude is so tall. But, Baylor, we reached out to Coach, and you're one of the names that popped up that we wanted to talk to. Slowly but surely, you get used to calling names. Darson Herman running the offense. These running backs showing off and hit these holes and running like crazy. And on the offensive side of the ball, they put up all these points. But the last few weeks, this name, Baylor Alexander, keeps coming up. And the play has just seemed to rise each and every week for you. How much fun are you having? We're having fun calling the name Alexander constantly. It's like, that's number 11 again. And so now it's like we don't have to look at the roster. We get to call Alexander constantly. How fun is that for you?
Oh, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy playing football, especially when I hear my name coming from the speakers.
How important as a senior now, as you get ready to graduate, this is your last year, but you're playing at a great time with this team. You guys have made strides. The defense hasn't given up, but a lot of players have stepped up, like yourself, like Brendan Broad, like Leo Diaz. How important is that? You guys seem to have come together at the right time and continue to push each other. Is that the competition between the defense to get better as a whole, but yet push each other?
Oh, yeah. Every day in practice, we always push each other to do our best. If we give up on one of these plays, we tap each other on the butt and say, let's keep rolling, keep going, forget about that play.
Tough losses in the beginning of the year, and now to a point where you guys have not allowed a lot of points put on the board at all in the last 3 weeks. 3 dominant wins, 3 big defensive stands games played by the defense here for the Georgetown Eagles. Is it becoming the trend for you guys, the goal? Every week, do you guys set yourself up, hey, we don't want them to score this many. Our goal is to get so many takeaways. You had an interception. Jesse Avila had an interception. I agree with Coach. I thought Leo had one. They didn't call. You guys have been hawking to that ball and creating havoc for the quarterbacks and shutting down the run. Are you guys – are you trying to set goals for yourself? Hey, we don't want this team to put these points on us. What's it been?
Well, every time we go into a game, we just want to show out and try to keep them from ever scoring the whole game. And I think we're doing a pretty good job of it.
I would think so. You look at the Hendrickson-Hott game, 9 points. I could say 3. That last 6 points there at the end was kind of a fluke on an untimed down. 13 points against the Leander team. And that was with a lot of players getting a lot of reps, a lot of second and third team players getting to come in and compete and get experience. And so you guys now coming into Friday, it's a great game, a great opportunity for this team to sew up a playoff spot. How big is that as a senior that you guys are going to have the opportunity to lock down a playoff spot your senior year and know that through some adversity at the beginning of the year, the defense has come to play and helped kind of sure things up for this team?
Well, I'm sure, when we get the win, it's going to feel really well, but I don't know what to say.
As your teammates give you a hard time. What's the goal Friday night? Pflugerville comes to town. What are you guys looking to do? To shut them down like everyone else? I mean, it's been a repetitive show for 3 weeks for you guys. We enjoy it up in the booth. Man, this defense is shutting people down. The defensive backs shutting people down, not letting the big play happen. How important is that now coming into Friday night? Pflugerville wants to win. They want to spoil. They want to be the spoiler, right? As much as everyone wants to be a spoiler for anybody else in this district, Pflugerville wants to win this game, and they want to come in and do it at Birkelbach Field. What does this defense got to do for you guys? What do you guys got to do?
Just got to show out, show what we can do, play to our best that we can be, and come out on top.
Then we turn it into trick-or-treating.
Yes, sir.
And have a party afterwards. Any shout-outs before we let you go?
Shout out to my teammates, coaches, and parents.
All right, Baylor Alexander, our senior defensive back, number 11. Thanks for joining us tonight, Baylor. We'll take a quick break. Be back with Kyle Herman from the Booster Club. Back here on the Georgetown Eagle Coaches Show, live from TXB Market. TXB, the upscale restaurant-style convenience market. Our brand is rooted in and was built upon 3 Texan values: hospitality, integrity, and authenticity. famous for our fresh tenders and tacos, and now even some enchiladas. TXB is open 24/7, and they serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Come and see what it's all about. Taste what TXB has to offer. 1402 Williams Drive in Georgetown, Texas. They've even added, it's benefited me. I enjoy it. They've added Fuel Man and Voyager, so I bring my work vehicle up here every morning, fuel up, grab myself some breakfast. TXB Market, just a great place here live on Williams Drive, and a great market to be a part of Georgetown Eagle football. Now we're joined by Kyle Herman. Kyle, the Georgetown Eagle Booster Club continues to just show out for this program and all that's involved in it. One last Friday night at home this season. Tailgate going to be live and ready to go?
Tailgate live, ready to go. It's a chili cook-off, so we're having multiple participants bring their favorite best chili and cornbread. And so we'll have that spread set up, ready to go, probably around 5 o'clock, 5:30. Everybody get to eat.
The pregame now has officially just been pushed back to about 6:45. We will be down at the chili cook-off. Sorry, Coach, not much of a pregame this week. You might come by when you walk through with the team. The team's just going to keep walking. No offense or defensive players can eat before the game, but coaches come by. I love the fact that it's not just the Booster Club. You guys open this tailgate and do it big, and everyone's welcome.
Oh, yeah, and I was talking to a buddy of mine who's been around here for a while, and the attendance this year has been great, like the most we've seen in probably almost a decade of coming and going to these games. So fans are coming out, parents are coming out. I think the word's got out a little bit. So just always fun. It makes it more fun. The more, the better.
Absolutely, and especially for those boys.
Oh, yeah.
The team comes walking through. You see Coach in that he's in that game mode, and you see these players ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
But their eyes, they light up when all of these parents and all of these fans, there to welcome them as they come into the stadium.
It's super cool. It's kind of unique, I think, to start the evening that way with the walkthrough. I mean, there's a lot of people there. It kind of makes a corridor for the kids, and I know that's cool. For
absolutely.
them. Yep.
So the chili cook-off, man, that's exciting. I'm not going to lie. It's one thing on the menu that I can enjoy right now.
Get there a little early. Check it out.
I think I will be out of work early on Friday in time to be up there. And Phil do such a great job setting up the inflatables for the team to run through. How much fun do you guys enjoy? We walked down there. Dave and I joined you guys and walked around and talking to you guys before the last home game. It's crazy to see the involvement of you dads to do this for these kids.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's as you probably felt, it's cool to be on the field before the game. And so it's been a long time, ever since you maybe played in high school and me, and to get down there and the excitement and the energy, the electricity of the pregame and the kids getting ready. So for me, it was a no-brainer. I started last year. I was like, oh, this is cool. I'm going to do it again next year. So it's a lot of work, but the payoff is – priceless.
We talked to Reg last week, Reg McConnell, the president of the Booster Club. As the season comes closer and closer to an end here as we finish out the regular season in the next couple of weeks, it's important to get more people on board with the Booster Club. Officers for next year, as a lot of senior parents will be passing the torch. What do they need to do? I want to make sure we keep getting this out to make sure we try to get this involvement. Who do they need to contact? Who do they reach out to? More importantly, to be able to get involved and get that board.
The GeorgetownFootball.com, I'm sure they get information there. Reg McConnell, Christy Fisher, myself, Kyle Herman, Stan Fisher. There's a lot of folks here. Just show up to the tailgate. We'll get you hooked up. That's probably the best way. There's also merchandise on Friday nights under the stands. Somebody there, if you want to get involved, they can get a name and number. We can contact you and get you going. But it's important for underclassmen to come through and kind of get the baton and run with it for the next year.
And it's an important deal, and it's a great benefit for this program to have such a big support from the parents and the Booster Club that does so much to make this program just that next top-notch level.
Yes, and all the money that's raised goes right back to these kids. We don't have to spread it out over any and chip in time. Sure. And
the Booster Club helping. I know a big thing helping this year will be some upgrades in the locker room for the football players that will come after the season. And so it's just awesome to see. The facilities themselves are as nice as they are. They continue to get better because of all the help and the efforts from the Booster Club. So Friday night, chili cook-off, about 5 o'clock, 5:30. They'll be serving. People competing. Come out and try it. Chili and cornbread and drinks there. obviously, it's free of charge to everyone. Donations accepted.
There's a bucket. Just drop what you can in the bucket. Always helpful.
Always help to a good cause. I tell you what, this year the meals that have been out there have been second to none, and it's fun to watch. Next week we'll talk about on the Coaching Show as we get ready for Pflugerville, where the Booster Club. I love the fact that they travel and try to eat a meal together on the road before the games, and so we'll have one more week of that. Last week at Style Switch Barbecue there in Leander, and so stay tuned for that. We'll cover it next week on the Coaching Show, but many thanks to Kyle Herman for joining us from the Booster Club. We look forward to seeing everybody out there. I'll be out there early. The chili cook-off just reeks of excitement for me. I love it. How many competitors y'all have coming out?
We wanted at least 10. We'll see. I don't know where the count is right now, but the more the merrier.
Do you have some chili?
My wife Robin over there, she will have a chicken chili.
Oh,
actually, yeah, that's kind of unique.
That is different.
It's good. It's good. You have to try it.
Coach's wife just raised her hand like she was going to bring some chili. No chili.
Yeah. Okay. There it is.
The competition. So it's not chicken chili.
Right.
Okay, so. But many options to choose from and to try out on Friday night as we get ready for the game. 7 o'clock, the Eagles will take on the Pflugerville Panthers live from Birkelbach Field. Come join us at the tailgate. Kyle Herman, Reg McConnell, and all the Booster Club board will be there. And an opportunity for people to get involved and reach out and to stack these leadership positions for next year to continue to support these athletes as they put in so much time. Thanks, Kyle, for joining us.
You bet. Thanks for being out here every week.
Absolutely. Just loving it. These kids, it's fun to watch these kids compete and the way they've just turned the season around and continue to fight and not give up. It's so inspiring to us. We enjoy it in the booth and kind of enjoy after the game talking to the other broadcasts and enjoying talking about how we won, and they had to call a losing broadcast, so it was just kind of fun last week. We had a dual SHN broadcast at Leander, and so we got some bragging rights between the SHN groups up in the booth. We'll take a quick timeout, come back and wrap it up. You're listening to the Georgetown Eagle Coaching Show live from TXB Market here on SHN. Georgetown Eagle Coaching Show brought to you by TXB Convenience Market, 1402 Williams Drive. We thank them each and every time for their sponsorship of the Coaching Show. Thanks to Coach Griffin, to Baylor Alexander, to Robert Schweitzer, and to Kyle Herman for joining us tonight. Friday night, we'll be live from Birkelbach Field, 6:15 pregame, 6:15, 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff. The Pflugerville Panthers come in to take on your Georgetown Eagles. Pflugerville comes in 4-4 on the year, 1-4 in district play. On a 3-game losing streak, the Georgetown Eagles come in 4-4 and 3-2 in district play on a 3-game winning streak. So join us live at Birkelbach Field for the game. If you can't be there, we'll be live here on SHN Sports. Please join us. We'll we tweeted out the link. I'm going to have to retweet it because I messed up the link tonight for Friday night's game. So look for the new tweet. I'll try to delete the other one. But we will be live here on SHN Sports and bring you all the action between the Pflugerville Panthers and the Georgetown Eagles. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Have a good night. Remember, it doesn't cost a dime to be kind. Have a good night.